to the big house, Michigan Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They want to run it left here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing more. Out wide right, it's Lockett. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Powers inside. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right side, it's Bear. Plows through the defense. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Looking for the edge. First down, he'll keep it. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Dante Moore. Under pressure, and it's a sack.
And that's a welcome sight for this defense, man. You got 4 sacks last week. They talked about it. Getting to the quarterback, pressuring him, making him feel uncomfortable. To do it on the first drive, to set the tone, to show him we're coming just like we were last week. It's a good start by this defense.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The give on the counter. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Moore. Shoots it to the left. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Moore to the air. Out wide left, it's Moore. At the 40, there he goes. Racing down the left side. He's at the and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh center downs going to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll run it. Shakes off the defender. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The handoff. Hard running there. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Here's Moore to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Makes the grab. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Trying to get started. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback changing the play. The hand to the running back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down coming up. Sells to fake. Flush to the left. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the gun, the ground game. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Bought a little time. Lets it go.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Wolverines come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Selling the fake. Left side, it's Thomas. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wolverines! Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Drills him with the stiff arm. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throwing more. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Moore will throw. Look out! And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Dante Moore. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a good sign for this defense, man. The first two drives, they put scoring drives together, and they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the third downs, nice job coming up big.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Hand it to the back. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Anytime a blitz gets home that fast, I'm going to call it a lot, okay? I'm going to use this one time and time again until they find some answers to how we got that linebacker to the quarterback that fast.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Moore throws for the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Trying to get the corner. The pitch. Looking for room at the 25. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Runs through a tackle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Here's Moore to throw. Out wide left, it's Bear. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Moore to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Second and long here. Motion from the back. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Got some green grass. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time, but you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Wolverines come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Drops back on first down and wings it incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Left side, it's Buchanan.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. He's going to run it. He's got enough for the first down, and he might get a few bonus yards if they call that a face mask. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Just a terrible, terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on 4th down, the offense has a 1st and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. This time he's got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 10 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Crimson Tide trying to stay perfect as they eye a 5th straight win. It's been a dream start to the season, and really this game here today as well. Time to find out if they can finish the job. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
If I'm the offensive coordinator right here, man, I'm trying to find some easy gimmies. I'm trying to find a way to make this offense easier right now because everything seems hard. Like last week, too, man, just completion percentage is not great. This offense is just not moving like it should, and they got to find some ways to make this thing easier.
And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Throwing more. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout his...
Snags it, and there's running room. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. Yeah, exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Michigan. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
One of the things I love about this linebacker, guys, is the versatility. He's not just good against the run. He not only can rush the passer, he can cover as well. Great job reading the QB's eyes, plucks the football out of the air, and he's not going down. He's not running out of bounds. He's taking this thing all the way back to the house.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Dante Moore. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Great place to start for this offense. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
The give to the left. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. Good, right down the boulevard. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Moore. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Bear. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Now here's Moore. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the ground. There he goes. Past the 50. 30. At the 20. The huge play gets him into scoring territory, and that marker on the field almost certainly is going to put them even closer. The Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. To the back. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Handoff from the gun. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here we go. Ready? The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Other scores around the country. Slippery Rock 42. Clarion 23.
They'll try to finish this quarter with a touchdown on 3rd and goal. Go straight ahead. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's gone! They take the lead here in the 4th.
Big-time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings. Hank makes the grab and room to run. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Here's Moore to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Long way to go on 2nd down. On the option. He'll pitch it. Turning it on. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Throwing Moore. Out wide left, it's Moore. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. 4th down, Moore. Left side is Bear. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They're working that left side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking for running room. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Back to pass on 2nd down. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Still running at the 40. Hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Oregon! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like, he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends have got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Clock stops as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This defense has their hands full with him on this drive. And that DB, I'll tell you, he may have saved a touchdown with that tackle. When you've got speed like this running back has, if he gets in the second level, a lot of people start to hold their breath because it could be a house call. And you know they're going to keep giving him the football here in the drive. Up front, this defense has got to get a lot more physical.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And they'll take over first and 10.
This drive will open from the 15. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Nowhere to go.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Right side, it's Johnson. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Fires immediately. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
I love the play call in this situation. You need one first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with a win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They go to the draw. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Working that left side now. And that is how we will wrap this one up. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this